Welcome back,
baby.
New episode. We are this Zach in his house, not the captain of his house, because them was criminals. But we are back in the house, 3 the hallway. My name is Tariq Rashad. To my left is
Just John today. Just John.
Just John, because his Knicks is just Knicks. And who we got online with us today via Zoom.
Devastated Rob, man.
And he didn't even change his name.
Devastated Rob?
He's dealer stated Rob. Dealer stated.
Dealer stated?
I was trying to make a play on steal. It didn't work out that well. Either way, we got a long show for you guys today. A lot of information, a lot of different things happening in sports news. Literally right before we sat down and started shooting this show, blockbuster trade, James Harden. We definitely want to talk about some basketball.
That's the Brooklyn. That's a Brooklyn talk right there.
Boom, 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 boom. And got some boxing talk. We gonna keep this boxing thing going because like John said, man, boxing is back.
Boxing is
like just
back,
John said.
man. Listen, boxing is back. It's a lot going on in the boxing world right now. So I call it Three Kings.
So we're gonna talk about the Three Kings, and we'll talk about a specific weight class. You'll see where we're going with that. NFL, of course, first round of the playoffs, wild card weekend was definitely wild. Got divisional round coming up. Big games.
Corvette.
It's home. Oh man, I had a lot of words from my Steelers fans, my friends, all back up in Pittsburgh, in that Erie, Pittsburgh area. But Erie is right there near Cleveland as well. So I got some Brown fans too, and they're definitely elated.
It was real eerie for the Steelers.
Real eerie for the Steelers. For the Steelers. Rob don't got on the Steeler hat today. What? Rob don't got on the Steeler hat today. What's going on?
You can't be a fan when you choose to.
No, now you got Green Bay colors. You try to foreshadow something.
I can't believe it. I can't believe this.
Shout out to the Soul Group, man. Source of everything art, man. Shout out to Soul.
One more time. What did you say? Shout out to who?
Soul, source of everything art. My man Joe Crack.
Oh yes.
Got a little clothing line. So I'm just trying to represent a little something.
Shout out to my bro Joe Crack, man.
All right, y'all. So we gonna jump into it. We're gonna start with the Three Kings.
Yeah, man.
We got boxing is lighting up. A lot of things supposed to be happening in 2021 for boxing.
Big things are going.
So we have 3 legitimate championship caliber title holding fighters.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about them in that lightweight range.
Lightweight, super lightweight, junior lightweight, even going up to welterweight.
If you don't know, boxing classes are literally separated sometimes by 4 pounds.
Yeah, 5
so 4 to
pounds.
5 pounds. So but we're talking about King Ryan.
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan
You got
Garcia.
him. You got the boy Devin Haney. And then you got, the stud, Tank. Gervonta Tank Davis, man. All 3 of them are young. They're proven. The funny thing about this is that none of these fighters have fought over 30 fights. The highest,
none of them have lost either.
and none of them have lost. The highest, the guy with the highest win total is Devin Haney with 25, and he has 15 knockouts. He's the more skillful guy, the more polished boxer. Then you got KO artist and Gervonta Davis with 23 wins, 18 knockouts. And then after that,
Who you said?
Gervonta Davis, Tank.
23 knockouts.
23 knockouts?
24 no.
24 wins. Oh, I'm sorry, Tank. Don't knock me out. I'm sorry, Tank. Yo, Tank 24 wins, 23 now. He gonna take him to the wire. But with that being said, and then you got the next star, and coming up out of Oscar De La Hoya Golden Boy Promotions, following that Mexican American Mexican American background. First you had De La Hoya, then you got Saul Canelo Alvarez, and now you got Ryan Garcia has 18 knockouts, right? And now is I think he's an interim. He's an interim WBC champion. So with that being said, man, it's like, who we going with? Who y'all got, man?
So I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I'm not the biggest avid boxing fan, so I had to do my research on this, and I dug into some of the numbers. And what I came up with is, out of these, for Davis, Garcia, and Haney, none of them have lost a fight. All of them have had to either defend titles or have title fights as well. And what I did notice was that with Haney with Garcia and Tank, they've had, both of them Garcia's had 7 title fights, Tank's had 8 title fights. All but one of those 15 fights, one with Garcia, has ended in a knockout. Now your boy Haney, 25-0, 15 knockouts. A lot of those knockouts came early in his career, because now, you know, his last 7 fights have been title fights, or 7 of his last, I believe 8 or in that range has been title fights, and he only has 1 knockout in those fights. Granted, like you said, he is the better type. He may be the better technical boxer out of the 3. That's what that may show, because they're still unanimous decision. He hasn't been in, or at least online doesn't show me that he hasn't been in anything that was really extremely close in decision. So, I'm a Garcia fan.
Like King Ryan?
I like King Ryan. I don't know. I think he.
What is it? Is it like the swag, or is it like his quick knockout ability? Because
it's the quick hands that do it for me with King Ryan. It's the quick hands that hold the power punch. You know, I mean, boy, and it's like, you can be a better boxer, but getting punched in the face is getting punched in the face. And if you're not expecting to get punched in the face, even if you're in a boxing match, that may take you out of the fight. So I think his not to say that these other guys don't have knockout power. I mean, Tank only has 1 decision in his 24 fights. But I think Ryan Garcia definitely packs a punch that can drop anyone.
Yeah.
And what you thinking?
It's funny. I love these topics because I feel like all 3 of us are gonna have different answers. But I'm feeling Gervonta Davis, man. I gotta admit, I'm a sucker on the knockouts, man. And if you can get 23 knockouts and 24 wins, like, I'm a huge fan of that. The last 2 fights have been knockouts, and they've been title fights against Santa Cruz, and I believe his name is Gamboa.
Yeah, Gamboa.
So, I like Gervonta Tank Davis. I like his pedigree, being from Baltimore. I feel like that DMV area has that grittiness that you really want out of like a prize fighter. And he got the swag to show it too, man. My man, he himself. He got tats. He got his little girl and everything, man. I'm riding with the Tank, dog.
I must say about the Tank. And again, this is more looking at the numbers research. I think Ball Don't Stop has a word for this. They call it the casuals. So being a casual here, being a casual here, I noticed that Tank had to wait a lot longer for his chance. He has 1 less fight than Haney, and he went the longest before receiving his first title fight. I mean, he fought over 12 fights before his first title fight back in 2017, and he's done nothing but show why he may have been looked at a little bit sooner. You know, I can't tell you that the competition that he was fighting against on his way up, because I don't know much about them, but some of these guys, you know, 8-1, 40-18, 17-4, 15-5. His first title fight was against an undefeated fighter, and Jose Pedreza at 22-0. So, shout out to him for that. I think I've given Tank a little bit of hate, but that's more or less because as a casual, Ryan's my guy.
Yeah, man, definitely all 3 of these fighters are special in their own rights. To be so young, all 3 of them at young, it's like you have prime boxing. Like, you're not getting the fights with their old. You're catching them right in their prime. Like, it's like boxing is back. You know what I mean? Like, boxing is back. And with that being said, I like all 3 of these fighters really, but it depends on the matchup, bro. Like, that's how I see it. It depends on the matchup. I think that if Ryan Garcia faces Tank, I think that Tank will win. I honestly think that Ryan Garcia definitely has quick hands. But I do think that if Tank catches Ryan with that shot, I think Ryan's going to sleep. And like the Luke the Luke Campbell fight showed me that he can get hit. Because he got hit. He got knocked down first.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So imagine that coming from Tank. Like, all it takes is one. You seen the Leo Santa Cruz fight where Santa Cruz and him was rumbling and Tank was having a hard time figuring it out. And once he figured him out, he put him to sleep. You know what I mean? So I'm more so concerned about Ryan Garcia's chin than anything. But I also think if Tank fights Haney, the ability to go 12 rounds means something. And so far, we don't know what Gervonta Davis can do in a 12-round fight besides one fight. You see what I'm saying? So, as skilled as Haney is, I think that he poses the most challenging threat to Tank Davis. And rumor has it that there was a time when Haney sparred with Gervonta Davis. And in that sparring session, it is said that there was some money put up. And Haney walked away with the money. So, with that being said, who knows? And that's the beauty of the Three Kings, is that one can fight the other one.
And what's your argument for Garcia over Haney?
I think that Garcia will be Haney.
And why?
I think that Garcia will be Haney because I feel like Garcia, he's fought and trained under the same trainers as De La Hoya and Saul, who can take you to 12 rounds. You know what I mean? If you're training that same way, you tend to get similar results. So I don't know if there's a fighter that Haney has fought once again with Gervonta. I think that Gervonta can knock him out too, but I don't know if it came down to a split decision between Haney and Garcia. I think Garcia can land points. And I think that he's flashy with his hands. Like you say, he's quick. He can give you with them comeback hits, the counters, and knock you out. And his left hand it's so quick. It's like you don't see it coming because it's his lead hand. It's his lead hand. So I would take Garcia over Haney though. And that's why I'm like, it's like almost like a carousel. Like these fights are going to be happening for the next five years. I can see it like that. My question to you guys is, which one would y'all want to see first?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to see Ryan and Tank because it's been talked about a lot, more than other fights that the casual that I've heard about. And I'm also a Ryan Garcia guy, but I think it's important, like you said earlier, that these guys are really young. There's other boxers as well in the class, so we may see a situation where you get Tank Garcia, Garcia Davis 1, Garcia Davis 2. So I just want to see him get it on. You may get Haney, you may get Haney Davis 2 or 3 times. So first, I would like to see what I've heard about, which is Garcia and Tank Davis. But I just want I'm willing to pay pay-per-view money for these guys. So I just want to see him get it on.
I got you,
Rob.
Listen, you hit the nail on the head. I'm excited to see this Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight. They've been trading barbs on different podcasts, just going back and forth, so building up to it, And like I said, I'm a Tank fan, so I'm. This is one I got my eye on.
So man, I just want to play with these dudes in fight night.
That's
all I want to do. EA Sports, if you hear me, we need fight night. Round 5,
back.
Whatever, we need it back, man. Stop playing with us. We got all the fighters. We got multiple divisions. You can even bring the all-time fighters back. I want fight night. EA Sports, where you at is slacking, man.
That's a fact, man. I love the martial arts. I love the UFC. I love to kick people in the face. I'm not that good with submissions. I hate when people do them to me. But when it comes to video games, I have to say, Fight Night was it. Knockout Kings was it. Before Fight Night, it was Knockout Kings. Yeah. Knockout Kings was it. Like, those games. I mean, you could pack the YMCA with kids. I got next.
Yeah, tournaments.
So, definitely, and it also kept boxing prevalent. I feel like I would know a lot more names. I definitely know a lot more MMA fighters. I can definitely attest that to video games as well. So that's definitely something that we would love to see. We're gonna do a lot of vouching for things today, or promoting, reaching.
Yeah, man. If
I don't want to say begging, but pleading to bring some stuff that we need to see in the realm of the world today. People are storming the Capitol.
It's a revolution.
It's a revolution. We need some. We need the things that really made the hood great again.
Right.
Fight night.
Fight night.
Fight night. Game day. What was it? 2K. The football 2K.
Oh, Blitz. Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I feel like Madden is good, but it's easy when you ain't got no competition. You see what 2K did to live. So I'm just saying it may make Madden step their game up if there was some football competition out there. I heard last year that the college sport games were supposed to be coming back. So definitely interested in seeing some of those.
Mm-hmm.
Quick tidbits on boxing while we're still here. Adrian Bronner is supposed to be making a return in February.
About to put that ham on that burger?
Ham on that burger. You know you want that ham on that burger. You know what you want. And he wants to fight in February. So, dang, Bronner should be back soon. Definitely want to avenge himself after his debacle, both in the ring and on the mic directly after his last fight with Manny Pacquiao. So we definitely want to see that. Rematch with Joshua and Fury, heavyweight, the big boys. That's definitely a goal that's supposed to happen this year. Who you guys got?
I heard that there's been talks of that breaking down, but I really want to see that fight happen. I honestly, bro, as much as I want Joshua to win,
Tyson
Fury's remember, he beat Klitschko, bro. When Klitschko was on top of the world, bro, he's the one that brung Klitschko to his knees. Yeah, he don't see, he's a casual. With that being said, he brung Klitschko to his knees. He took out the baddest man in the world to this day, Wilder. And now that fight looked like it might not happening, but he beat him convincingly. It was bad. Started looking at
rigged,
bro.
It was rigged.
You think it was rigged?
Man, I saw some stuff. I saw some conspiracy videos that made me want to go another way with it. But Wilder, last comment on Wilder, Rob. We looking forward to seeing Wilder this year. What do we want to see from Deontay Wilder? He was our boy. We're not gonna act like he wasn't our boy on the show.
I was riding for him to this day.
Man, that's my guy. And I want to see him get that revenge and knock him out. Don't come to the ring wearing a 40-pound vest and talk about that's the reason why you lost because you was tired.
Facts. All right, y'all. We're gonna move on from boxing